because I was planning to go live yesterday evening. I didn't tell anybody, which I'm glad about because there's a thing. Someone once told me, a wise person once told me, that says, under promise, over deliver. So I did not promise that I would go live yesterday because two times already this Big Brother season did I say, hey, I'm gonna go live, and then I fell asleep. So I'm like, I don't want that kind of track record. It happens over the course of the season. It happens, but yesterday I just knew that it just depended on how much I could regroup, whether I was going to do a live or not, and I could not regroup enough. So here I am. Hey, Jason Lowe. Hi, Chocolate. You know, the day that I had was an interesting one, and bear with me here because I'm not starting off with Big Brother stuff. I think I said hi, Chocolate already. Okay, hold on. Sound, can you hear sound now? Yes, no, yes or no to can you hear me? Whoever's on here, I just reset it. I just reset the live, so if you can hear me, okay. So, anyways, I was saying, people have held me to some kind of ridiculously high standard. I guess some of it is me. I guess because at this point in my life, especially, I keep myself together really well. And I don't mean, when I say keep myself together, I don't even mean like upkeep, or I don't know. By keep myself together really well, I just mean overall, if I'm in a group of friends or something, I am the slowest one to have an outburst. If I'm working with clients, I'm the last one to get overly emotional and act out of character. Or I'm the last one in the office to have a bad day and let that day impact the way that I treat other staff or clients that I'm working with. I'm the one who resolves conflicts amongst people, groups, or whatever. My temperament, no matter what's going on in my life, once I get into certain environments where I need it to be a certain way, basically I just don't let anything I'm going through personally impact others. And I take a lot more than other people would take in some scenarios, which all of that sounds good. But the problem is, when people get used to that, they don't allow for you to have moments because the moments are out of character now. They feel out of character. So, for an example, I know a person who is, I don't even want to say unstable, because there was a conversation that I had on Friday where somebody told me that the way that you regulate your emotions is a choice. So let's say that somebody, in the morning, somebody walks over to me and takes their bacon, egg, and cheese and throws it into my face. I could assault them afterwards, but you know, I had to make a choice. Like, this bagel that was in my face is worth my freedom by potentially messing this person up. Um, you have options, even though it doesn't seem like you have options. Everyone has options. That I consider my options as responsibility. Like, I'm responsible to be a certain way because I don't want to deal with the consequences of being another way. And some people don't bear that burden of responsibility because they act a certain way all the time with much less of a responsibility. So when they act that way, it's just like, let's just throw out a name. That's just Jane B. Jane. Jane is always like this. So I don't like Jane, but that's how Jane is, right? But in my case, everyone is so used to the way that Mark is. So if 9 times out of 10 that person violates me in some way, and my reaction is to be like, hey, that wasn't right. Why did you do that? Next time, don't throw that bagel and bacon, egg, and cheese in my face. That's what they're expecting, because that's what I do. That's what I've done. I mean, that's an extreme example. If somebody does something to me physically, it's different rules than it's different rules than if they eat something crazy to me. But the general point of what I'm saying is my reaction. I think about it before I do it most of the time. So the one time out of the 100 that I'm like, I'm just gonna smack you in the face. I mean, for them, it's like, this is so crazy. Because Mark doesn't smack people in the face. And it's like, it's not that I don't smack people in the face. Oh, this place is so crowded. Uno momento. It's not that I don't smack people in the face. It's that 99 times out of 100, I don't smack people in the face. But there is going to be that one time that I'm willing to deal with the consequences. And I'm going to continue in a moment, but I have to see something first. I made a mistake that I didn't get here early enough. Not a mistake, I was just very tired today for some reason, so I'm trying to get my oil changed. I want to give you a whole scenario, just not with the details, I can't do that, but I want to give you a whole scenario of what happened, because y'all know I give analogies, but they always have details that I just don't give online, because I've gotten very careful about what I give on this internet. But I don't know how much time I have to give this story before I drop my car off, but essentially I was at work and This person of mine, this person, right, has been pushing me at work continuously over the last couple of weeks. Pushing me and pushing me and pushing me over the last couple of weeks. And it's not somebody who usually pushes me. And is some of it justified, the pushing? A little bit. I'm always fair, right? A little bit. Because it's pushing me over something at work that I fell behind on. So there is a justification for the reason that the conversation was happening in the first place. There was some justification for that. Um, but the part of it that there was no justification for was repeating the same conversation, and sorry, there's a lot going on around me. Repeating the same conversation, the way that the conversation took place, the frequency and the duration, and then the insinuation of why that work wasn't done on time, which was insulting to me. Jordan has a foot fetish, but sorry, you're off. You're off the channel. Bye, Jordan Washington. Jordan Washington wanted to see my feet on camera. I've heard people pay money for that stuff. If you go check my car video, she said she gets paid money for that. That's neither here nor there. But, anyways, hey, Bri, hey, big brother Bri. So, yeah. So, anyways, the conversation itself, like I said, cool. You want to have that conversation. I messed up a little bit. I fell a little bit behind. There's reasons for it. If I give you all the details, that person has a little bit of justification for what they said to me, and I have a little bit of justification for what I said in return. But the thing was, because this conversation kept getting brought up, all right, it's brought up last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day, then it's brought up again this week. But it's not over some new thing, it's over the same thing. And one thing I don't like is when you come to the table with me with the same discussion. You brought up the topic, you said how you feel. I in fact apologize. Sorry about that. I will course correct, you know. And then you just keep bringing it up. Bring it up again. Bring it up some more. Bring it up some more. Bring it up again. Bring it up some more. And then I'm like, it was the 100th time that the bacon, egg, and cheese was thrown in my face. The 100th time was Friday. So I had a reaction, which was still significantly less. I'm going to have to stop this story in the middle because my car is almost at the front of the line. But it's still significantly less of a reaction than most other people would have. But when I'm ready to react to something, I will react. And, okay, I want to stop because I don't want to stop in the middle of my story because I hate stopping what I'm saying mid-story. Because I'm about to get to the part where I'm cooking. I'm about to get to the part where I'm cooking. Going through the drive-through, y'all. Right? Oh. So. So much pressure in this freaking car wash. The guy's directing me. Neutral.
Pure in Newton, não push the brake.
I actually prefer the ones where I'm driving through it instead of having my car on neutral. Because I don't like being out of control. Whenever I'm able to upgrade my car, oh, I don't see myself using self parking. The driving, that like the auto driving thing where you can take your hand off the steering wheel. What else? I guess that's pretty much it. I had a rental car a couple months ago, and I feel like the automatic stuff almost made me crash the car because I was making a turn into another lane, and there's a lot of cars coming, so this is giving me anxiety just because I'm in neutral and there's a car ahead of me and there's a car behind me. I know this thing is not going to make me run into the other car, but it feels like it is. Yeah, anyways, I was trying to make my turn, and I think that my car was a little bit on the line while I was trying to make the turn. Like my car was am I driving forward? My car was a little bit on the line as I was trying to make this turn. And then right when I was about to make the turn, I think that the car some crazy multitasking right now. See, this is why I wanted to get out for my oil change at 10. Because once you pass a certain time, it's chaotic. I think I'm probably going to be one of the last oil changes of the day. Suppose go over here. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I guess that's not what I was supposed to be doing. Shoot. Mm. Okay, so let me just continue as much as I can. That person said their thing that they needed to say. I said my thing that I needed to say. And they kept patronizing me, and I got to a point where I just had enough. I had my reaction, and it was unexpected. But for me, it was not unexpected. And I'll tell you the truth. I know that they wanted an apology for my response, and that is what what that person is used to from me. And that's what everybody is kind of used to from me. But for me, it's like you do something and I react to it. It's not necessarily an apology situation. And I only apologize when I think that I'm wrong. And in that case, let me rephrase that. Anything could be wrong. Anything could be considered wrong. Someone steps on my shoe and I punch them in the face. It could be wrong that I punched them in the face, right? But I did it for a reason. There's something that provoked me. Now, the wrong part of it is just a general sense of, let's say, I believe in nonviolence. So there's other things that I could have done before getting to that point. But because I'm somebody who is very slow to have those types of reactions, I'm usually going to feel justified in my stance. But I'm going to get off this thing until I get out of this car and drop it off this oil change, because I can't do this type of multitasking, and I thought I'd be out of the car way faster than I am. So I'm going to jump on here as soon as they take my car, and then I'm going to hop on for another live. So thanks for joining me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. Thank you all. See you later. Talk to you later.